Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So, as of this past week, Russia began accelerating delivery of natural gas by pipeline to Europe. I think I had mentioned the issue going on here before, but let me reiterate. The problem with, Russia delivering gas has not been that Russia has been refusing to deliver gas, and even multiple sources in Europe have been stating that Russia is meeting their contractual obligations regarding gas deliveries. The problem has been that European sources have not been ordering more gas from Russia. So let me go into that a bit further. Okay, so this is an article from the BBC. Now, BBC is the UK. UK only gets 5% of their gas from Russia. So, and you know how aggressive the UK, England is against Russia, but even they can be, objective enough to state the truth. Europe gas prices, how far is Russia responsible? All right, so gas prices have been soaring again in countries across Europe, and there have been accusations that Russia could be seeking to exploit the situation for its own ends. All right, so, how much gas does Europe get from Russia? Russia supplies about 50% of the European Union's natural gas imports. Most of the rest comes from Norway and Algeria. Now, they make it sound like, the Nord Stream pipeline is the only pipeline from Russia into Europe, and that's absolutely not true. Look at this map. These are the pipelines going from Russia into Europe. Look how many pipelines there are. All this stuff about Russian aggression. Look, they provide gas to Ukraine. These are all pipelines going in. The Yamal pipeline, Yamal to Europe. They've got gas going to Poland, to Romania, to Turkey. All right, so that's the Yamal pipeline, the Brotherhood pipeline, and it goes all over here. And from these points where these little arrowheads are, then there are other pipelines that lead out to other parts of Europe. Okay? So you go down here, all right? Gazprom, Russia's majority state-owned energy company, supplies gas to Europe under two different arrangements. Long-term contracts, often lasting 10 to 25 years, and spot deals or one-off purchases for a fixed amount of gas. All right, so Angela Merkel has said she was not aware of any instances where Russia had not met its contractual obligations. Russia can only deliver gas on the basis of contractual obligations and not just like that, she was quoted as saying. But it is worth noting that spot sales do not appear to be happening in any significant quantity, going by data from Gazprom's own electronic sales platform. Now, this is from October 18th. Dr. Sharples, I don't remember who Dr. Sharples is. Oxford Institute for Energy Studies. All right, this leads to the conclusion that Gazprom is supplying the volumes under its long-term contracts, but is not providing additional volumes beyond those contracts. If you owned a business, would you be sending more of your product than is ordered? No. Right, that view is also expressed by the EU's Energy Commissioner, Kadri Simpson. Our initial assessment suggests that Russia is fulfilling its long-term contracts while not providing any additional supplies. So, all right, Gazprom has in fact started pumping out from its reserves into pipelines to stabilize the market. We have never been in a position to exert pressure through our energy supplies. So, all of this, and here's part of it, rising prices in spring and summer put traders off buying to sell later in the year. So that's the buyers. That's the buyers in Europe that have not been placing orders because the prices were up. Well, the prices are not going to come down now that winter is coming on. In addition, Russia has been expanding its gas exports to China, and in June inaugurated a gas processing plant in the far east of the country, China, which is predicted to become one of the biggest in the world. Okay, so there is all of that. So what does that mean? You know, American media has been talking about how our gas exports to Europe and to China have increased, and yet Europe gets currently, before this point, Europe has been getting 50% of its natural gas supply from Russia. Has Russia been weaponizing that? No. And now it's going beyond 50%. It's shooting way beyond that. And the gas coming from Russia costs a lot less than the gas that the United States is selling to Europe, while we have been trying to sanction and oppress any sales from Russia to Europe and calling it a threat and all this kind of stuff. And by the way, the accelerated delivery is not even using the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is hung up in the EU on approving regulation after the freaking thing has already been built. The Nord Stream 1 is in operation. The Yamal pipeline is already in operation. They're all functioning, but they're making a big deal out of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, calling it a threat, with 3 other pipelines going into Europe from Russia. But this one more is going to be a threat. Anyway, so one of the biggest things is that, American corporate media and the politicians in their pockets, they don't want to divulge this information. And you'll notice that even as they've been talking about, gas from Russia has slowed down, they have not at any point actually stated that Russia is, not meeting their contractual obligations. If they did that, then the Russian government could actually sue that media outlet in U.S. federal court. So they haven't gone that far, but they imply. You always have to pay attention to the way things are worded. They talk about the gas flow slowing down, but they don't say, Russia's not sending more gas than Europe is buying. Because that has been the situation. Russia has not been sending more gas than Europe is buying. Do we send additional gas to Europe than Europe is buying? Or to China or to anyone else? No. So if our gas supplies to another country slows down, are we weaponizing it? And in the case of America, that's a very good chance, but Russia's not doing that. Anyway, so The fact that the natural gas from Russia to Europe has accelerated at this point should mean that our own natural gas prices should go down. In fact, the price on our oil should go down. Is that going to happen? No, it is not. It's going to continue going up. So you can count on that. Anyway, I mean, the price on oil has just barely budged downward, maybe $2 a barrel in the past week on the heels of this announcement. $2, that's it. So when you talk about how much that goes into, your gas prices, your energy bill, it's barely going to touch it. And as far as filling up your tank, a drop of $2 a barrel might come down to 1 or 2 cents a gallon decline in how much you're paying to fill up your tank. That's it. All these things that cause a decrease in supply should cause your gas bill, your energy bill, all these things to go down, but that doesn't happen because they are saying, and you can find all kinds of evidence online that the oil producers here and United Arab Emirates, they are suppressing, they are withholding oil production. And I pointed out before, one reason our gas prices, our utility bills go up is because, while our bills are going up, we're sending oil and natural gas to Europe, to other countries to take advantage of the escalated prices. But because we're exporting so much, that leaves us with our own shortage. Not enough of a shortage to have blackouts or anything, but enough to keep driving the prices up. They're keeping that balance right there where you have to pay more and you will continue to pay more. We're producing enough, but we don't have an excess, so you get to pay more. Oh, supply and demand. This is capitalism in action. And this is, all this talk about the gas is U.S. warmongering in action. And here I show you even what the BBC and what Angela Merkel and the European Union is saying, and they're not pushing this kind of agenda. All right, so share this video, talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.